I'm leaning to the right. It's showing left.
Yes. We show live now, so we'll see what it. Well, I guess we'll see like when viewers come in.
Oh, how you see that?
Because it's the top left up here show me like the live views. So let me see.
Well, shit, fuck it.
You on here? Let me see.
But it's gonna post everything, even though we live. It's gonna post everything on.
Yeah, yeah. We live right now.
Okay, so we are Flake Rose and Spirits, and we are Supremely Black. We just hopping on StreamYard to interact with our viewers, our listeners, and supporters. So we don't really have a specific topic. We just gonna let it flow and go by ear and see what's going on. But we just want to introduce ourselves to our listeners, and if anybody want to jump on, feel free to jump on and hop in the conversation with us.
Yeah. It's on there. So we freestyling like a motherfucker, but it is what it is on there.
Yeah.
Let me see.
Isn't the way to go live on both YouTube and Facebook on here?
I think it's with StreamYard. I know it's either one or the other.
Go live.
Yeah. So let me see. Let me see if we can even see this. Yeah, because it's showing.
And why you looking for that? Hey, what's the Broncos record now, dog?
Shit. I think we end up losing this weekend, man. I was chilling with my boy Colin Kaepernick this weekend, bro. So I ain't even get
yeah, man.
I ain't get a chance to check out the NFL this week, man.
Okay. I ain't know. I'm sure Cap probably watched a couple games himself.
Yeah, because I was about to say you're chilling for a man trying to get in the league. So
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I seen previews of that movie he supposed to be putting out.
No, which one?
On Netflix.
Yeah, he got about his little I don't know if it's a documentary or what, but he got a movie about his life, starting off as a kid all the way up to now that it's supposed to be coming out.
Yeah, it's come up.
Let me try something else too. Hold
on. I hope it don't diminish his story a little bit.
I mean, I'm debating if I even want to watch it, to be honest with you. And it's not because I don't support him. I would just hate to, it'd be like a Lifetime or a Hallmark movie. Like, man, it's just so trash.
Well, I ain't even worried about it being trash. It's just, his upbringing. He was raised by his mother, who is Caucasian. And so,
both of them white, ain't they?
Nah. His biological father, I think, is black, and then his mama remarried, and then possibly
married a white tea.
Yeah, and so I just hope the story of his upbringing don't make people be like, well, dang, Cap, like, but so.
I think I would assume everybody already knew that. They had because remember when he first started kneeling for the flag, the white people was posting his kid photos talking about how you talking about you don't like white people, you got a whole white family. They started putting all that out on the internet and stuff.
No. I totally get that. I'm just saying like that his lifestyle was
gotcha.
He wasn't caring about the struggle at that point in time because he was living this lifestyle, and then all of a sudden I'm not going to say clout purposes because I don't think he was chasing clout. But again, if it could come out or look that way, just depending on how they directed it, what scenes they edited and cut it and put in. So, and I just hope it don't diminish some of the good that he's done. Because again, I think Rose know, but I don't know if I don't agree with everything Cap's done and everything that he stands for in totality with the way he's went about this approach and everything that he's done with the NFL and all of that. So
I can't say that I agree with everything that went on either, to be honest with you. One biggest thing just stand out for me, and I could be wrong, but biggest thing stand out for me was like you did that, and then it's kind of like you go ghost and then you pop out, and then you go ghost again, and it's like, all right, dog. What we doing here? Like, you popped out there as being like a leader almost, even though that ain't what he said he was gonna do, but he kind of got propped in that situation, and then you just like to hear more from him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just don't think you could take a stand as a Muhammad Ali, Malcolm X, Martin even, and then not be vocal. Like, you put yourself up there to be that person, and then when, I don't know if it got too heavy for you or whatever, and when your girl's speaking more on the struggle and on what you trying to do or what you saying more than you, to me it's like, and then I understand you still doing work, but if you would have took that momentum, it could have really catapulted into something even more. Like, the NFL might have not waited 2 or 3, 4 or 5 years to do their social justice initiative. They might have got on within the next year or so if you was vocal and put more pressure, to their necks and stuff, and not just the NFL, corporations in general and all this other stuff. But then when, your money get low, all of a sudden 2 years later you got a Nike commercial to boost you, and all that. It's just some of the stuff he did was suspect. And then when I know that people who actually reached out to the man and he just go quiet on him, and then I've listened to interviews with other people who was trying to get on board and ask him questions, and Cap not talking to him or whatever, or he not reaching out. It's like they trying to jump on what you started, and they're not trying to take over what you started, because since you started it, they want to let you be the face of it. But then when you don't even respond to people who got your number and got access to you, and you go and ghost on them too, it's just like, bro, what for? Like, what was your real cause?
Yeah, but like I said in previous episodes that we had, everybody's not meant to be their front runner. So he might have been the spark of the flame, but if you know that you're not, if you're not the type of person gonna get up and talk in front of everybody, that's when you go grab somebody else to be like, all right, in private you had that meeting and be like, all right, I'm gonna be the face, but you gonna be the voice because you good with words and you can get across exactly everything that I need to say, what I want to say. I mean, because I feel on that, because the cast iron was real blazing hot at one point in time for all that to come across, and it seemed like kind of fizzled out because he kind of faded to black on us.
But to your point, he could have been standing beside somebody to keep that cast iron hot, but not been talking. But he could have just been like, okay, this is what we doing. This is or that person could be speaking and be like, I'm standing right here with Cap with me, we supporting. But that orator is the one who's vocally and verbally saying whatever needs to be said, pushing their agendas and narratives and all that other stuff. And Cap could just be standing right there, quiet with his fro, and then say his little 5 or 10 little words that he want to say and give it to whoever. But Rose, what you was gonna say about it, or did you have something to say? You on mute, bro.
Yeah, what don't you like about what Cap has done? You said he wasn't vocal, but what else?
I mean, he just hasn't done enough. Besides his organization and the things, like he's giving money, but again, as we stated before on personal conversations, money isn't everything. Money is just a beginning. But then also, when you know that money doesn't just necessarily go to the programs that you're trying to get out, it actually goes to the organizations and the operations, and to keep the lights on. If they got a brick and mortar and all this other stuff, it's going to be more than money that you need. So then, therefore, he should be connecting with these politicians, with these other athletes, with these community activists and organizers to implement things outside of just his program and outside of just doing stuff quietly behind doors. It should be, to Fleck's point, that cast iron was burning, it was scorching. So then there should be a black agenda, a black initiative. He could have teamed up, especially with the way that the politics went with Kamala, being there and say, Kamala, I want this, or this is what we need, or this is what we're trying to do. He could have, even outside of him not being in the NFL, he could have went back to, the commissioner and spoke on, okay, this is what I was trying to do. I'm glad that you did this. Now, what can we do even more to push the to push the narrative forward, to do things more versus just having these little catchphrases in the end zones and everything. What more can we do and make sure that excuse my language, that the economic capital that we're giving is going to the right organizations, to organizations that are going to do something, and not just going to organizations that we just have NFL teams in or we just live in. We need to make sure that we touching a Jackson, Mississippi, that we touching a mile in Tennessee, that we touching Arlington, Texas, not just the big metropolitan cities and all this other stuff. We need to touch all the struggles, all the communities that people are hurting at. And again, I just don't feel like he's done enough for me personally. And I'm not saying that he hasn't done nothing. It's just with the platform that he was given, and God only opens doors like that far and in between, rarely. With the platform he was given, he should have took that and ran with it to help assist everybody, from us with Plague to even us Supremely Black. He could have helped assist us and help us get somewhere even further, so then our message is getting told and people are actually tuning into us more than, letting the spark fizzle. And then now it's just, we going through the same shit and doing the same thing that we was doing before this.
No, I feel you on that. I think I need to listen to, I think they was talking about with Dez Bryant. Yeah. Like he had spoke out on something, but I want to hear it like in its entirety of what Dez actually said, because I know a lot of people share the same sentiments as him. It's not, of course, it's not popular by any means, but at the same time, if he has shut out people, and I mean, of course, we know people that are Kappas that would try to reach out to him, and he's just went completely blank. So I guess I wonder what has caused him to just say, to hell with it, to be for real.
Yeah, for real. Because I've heard people interview. I heard politicians said they reach out. I heard entertainers said they reach out. I heard the athletes said they reach out. And then, like you said, we know some noobs who said the whole Kappa Alpha Psi organization reached out to him and said, we willing to get behind you and help you. And he went silent. So I just, I want to know what the purpose. And then when his girl, and I don't know if it's still his girl, but at the point in time, his girl was the one who was going to bat for him and standing up for him and arguing anybody who spoke down and ill against him and saying, this is what he's doing, this is what he's doing. Why are you letting your woman speak for you, bro, when you were the one who were the catalyst of this and started it? Why are you allowing your lady to speak for you? Not saying that she can't never speak for you, but every time she's the one who's actually going to war, getting in these barbs over. She used to go hard too on social media. Hard in the paint on social media, like literally damn near cussing people out and stuff and everything. And it's like, why are you allowing your lady to go through this one and take the verbal abuse too from something you did, and you're not even willing to stand up for yourself? Like, I don't agree with that either.
I don't think he said the hell with it. I think it possibly might have been a moment got it too big. Like, some people ain't built for a moment to be on their forefront, be on their front line of a moment getting way too big. And I think it might have got bigger than what he thought it was going to be, and he just might not be their frontline person to be, to be talking and doing all that. But like I said, they go back once again to you out and grab a person who is built for that, and let them do that, and you be the mastermind in the background and come in and say your piece and introduce your next person and let them do the the 45-minute speech or whatever it is, or be the voice of reason to get things taken care of and get done. I can also see him kind of backing up a little bit because of the shirt with Fernando Castillo on it, or the socks with the pigs on it. You might not have been ready for all that was coming with it, so his messages might have been getting mixed for whatever reason, and when he was saying stuff. So I mean, who knows? I mean, I wish it would have. I wish they would have hit it with that cast iron being hot at that point in time, and it kind of left people in a way. And I know he doing all this stuff on the background, but for the people who don't see that, it kind of left him hanging almost. I've been keeping up with him and I follow him, so I know some of the stuff he's doing and giving out suits and helping people who just got out of jail, helping them find jobs and all the places he donated to, just that and the other. So, but for a person who wasn't just doing their due diligence and looking and see, hey, what he went quiet, but what's really going on now? I can see how they felt kind of hanging, especially if you some people that reached out and was really sincere, and then you just don't get a response at all. That really can make people sour. You just cannot respond. You know, you can at least say, hey, you know, we working on some stuff. I'm gonna have to get back with you. You know, or we're not looking for any additional help at this. You just can't leave folks hanging.
No, for sure.
I wonder if he just has a very close-knit group of people that aren't speaking on his behalf because that's kind of just where their unity is with it.
And it might be.
Create whatever narrative they want to, because at the end of the day, I know he said he wants to play in the NFL, but I don't think that was really his I don't really think that was his ultimate goal, was to get back into the NFL, honestly. I think it was just more or less a prop where people were he used it as a prop. Like to get to where he was trying to get to. I don't think he really wanted to play in the NFL again, honestly.
I'm with you, Brad. I'm with you for real. But my thing is, to your point, Rose, then why allow your woman to speak for you for so long if your group is that close knit and you're allowing people to create whatever narrative they want to create?
I think she about to be a Spears head soon as this dropped out.
No, I think it's more. Honestly, I feel like it's like this: is that he uses any type of news is good media. Like that's honestly, I don't think he cared, because if it was that deep and if it was my woman first and foremost, you wouldn't be speaking for me. I would just go until you pipe down as we having our conversation at dinner or whatever. If it was that deep, I don't really feel that he think that it was going to go anywhere. It's just trolls the same way that they was talking about him having a bad football game, and he just let it ride, because at the end of the day, you keep me within the media. I don't think he mattered that much. I think it was like, if she gonna stir the pot, let it keep going. Yep.
Yeah, he might got some other people talking on his behalf. We don't know. He could be in the background. He could be in the background of a lot of protests or whatever. And, you know, I mean, and that's possible as well. I mean, he could be the voice, not actually the voice, but he could be in Tamika Mallory's ear at certain protests, this, that, and the other, and, or even funding. Because those people who go down and do this protesting and get all that stuff ain't free. You know, and it ain't like they got jobs getting paid, hundreds of thousands of dollars to do that. He could be sliding, $20,000 for your hotel stay to be in Minnesota for George Floyd, and take that and go to Florida next and do what you do, and go to DC and do what you do. He could be doing that for sure.
No, he definitely giving money. But I just believe that with the voice and even the stature that he had at that moment, you have to stay in front of it. Even if you're not the one always speaking, you have to be seen. You have to be vocal. You have to be out there so people can keep moving. Because again, like you just talked about George Floyd, they still ain't passed the George Floyd Act yet.
No.
And it's like, I'm pretty sure if Cap kept that cast iron skillet piping hot and he put some pressure on in Minnesota right now, if he kept it cast hot, things probably would have matriculated a little bit more, or we would still be having groups and masses of black folks out there protesting, like, what's going on? Why ain't this been passed yet? It's almost been 2 years now, and the George Floyd Act still ain't passed.
Well, let's not get into what they ruled on to get in that office either. Golly, I'm kind of disappointed in them folks, boy, in that office. But and then again, I ain't surprised either. And Britt, I'm with you. Not pipe down. You can't tell they beautiful queens when they crown to the side to pipe it down. But yeah, so yeah, it ain't been passed yet. But like you said, if you kept that cast iron hot, kept them soldiers in the back with them, they'll be putting that pressure on them. Like, hey, we need this done ASAP. And us as a community need to put that pressure on them as well. Because who knows what's going on in that White House, man. It seemed a little odd, seemed a little strange. We ain't heard from the vice president too much, and and she might be waiting in the wind. Because, like I always say, my joke, hey, Joe Biden, that man don't look too healthy. I don't wish no bad on him, but we got to do his by semesters. We can't do his report card by a whole year of being president. We got to break his down in semesters. And she could be waiting in the wings. They could be telling her, don't say nothing, because you about to be over talking, sounding better than that man. You just chill out, and we got a plan. Who knows? I wouldn't be surprised the way these politics work. But they got to do better in that White House, though, because right now, this fall semester, he ain't looking too good. That man get about a C-.
Hey, Joe had to drop some classes, huh?
Right.
You need to go to take a couple of them electorals, man. They go on to take it in. Right.
He sure about to get a letter from the dean, player.
Hey, somebody was like, bro, he looks so stressed out. He don't even look alive no more, bro. I don't even know if that's really got on a mask or something. Bro. He sure looks stressed the fuck out. Like, man, you know what?
Probation.
Yeah. Hold on. Brad said, I'm with you, Flake. His expiration date approaching.
I'll tell you. We as the people of America, as we go down there, if you escaping the hurricane, what you need to do is go get the jab. You take that jab, it'll save you from the hurricane. I said, this nigga on his last leg. What they got to do with the hurricane? Kamala, where you at? Kamala, where you at? Listen to that man say that. She back there just smiling and laughing. We did it, Joe.
We did it,
Joe. We did it.
Hey, she just listening to Mary until it's time. She listening to Mary until it's time.
That's crazy, man. But yeah, hell yeah. But yeah, I don't know, man. It's just so much. It's really just so much shit going on. You really can't even. You just really got to stay focused on what you and your family got going on, the people close to you, bro.
You hear me?
Yeah, like it's so much. It's so much because I'm still let down on how they handled the Haiti situation, and I think they just signed a bill to pay them the people from Palestine or Afghanistan like $7.6 billion or something like that.
And we still ain't got reparations.
Still ain't got reparations, bro. So it's like, man, at this point, what are we doing, dog? Like,
and you think with that Haiti situation, they would accept it a little bit more, considering that they president. Somebody had a job done on their president and went in there and killed him and his family. So with that being said, some craziness going on. So you would think a little bit more acceptance to that if people done went all the way to Central and South America and went all the way up to North America on foot, on buses to get here and spend their life savings. You would think they would be a little bit more, approachable in this type of situation. But man, what can we say? I mean, are we surprised by anything that happened? I ain't gonna say in just America alone, because there's a lot of stuff happening in other countries, but you can't be surprised on how ignorant people will be sometimes, and they want sympathy for when you got something going on. But we got that pretend sympathy. We want to give you prayers for this country and do this and do that. But when it's time for that shit to hit the fan, oh no, y'all got to turn around and go back where y'all came from. Hey, come on, man. And once again, I ain't one of them people to say just open the borders to everybody. That ain't what I'm saying. I'm just saying we got to have better process on this border control. Because for years they've been saying we're gonna reform border control, we're gonna do some border control, but we seem to be running to the same story all the time. It's the same exact story every time.
Nah, for real.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that. And I almost feel like every person that even runs for politics ends up using that at some point as their reason of what they're gonna change. And since I've been paying attention to it, I haven't seen anybody do anything different, to be for real, which not at all.
It's hard to change when you got the people in the background You know, we change presidents out every 4 years, every 8 years, but those people in the House, they can be there for years on years, 10, 15, 20 years. You got the same ideology that's still in the House and in Congress, making deals, making laws or whatnot. It's the same mindset. That mindset ain't changed. Their mindset ain't changed.
I mean, to be honest, Joe ain't done no different than 45.
Hey, ain't nothing changed but the price of chicken and gas.
Joe ain't done nothing different than 45. And outside of some of the hate speech, I can't say that he's done a lot of the hate speech that 45 did. But outside of that, it ain't really been a difference in politics or policy. And that's sad to say, especially when you have a black woman as your VP, then when a lot of these people who got you in office voted for you because they wanted the politics to be different. They wanted a breath of fresh air, a new age, a new something. And the only thing that's changed is the hate rhetoric, the hate speech on different classes of gender, race, and sexual orientation and things of that nature. But outside of that, the policy and politics has been the same. And he's getting manhandled by the Republicans in the Senate and in the House.
Yeah.
So I mean,
we gonna see. I just got a feeling it might be a quiet before the storm. I just and I could be wrong, but I got a feeling I don't know. I don't trust it. Some stuff is steaming up behind closed doors, just gonna hit us one day. I tell you what, I'll take some of them Make America Great Again gas prices back. I'll tell you that right now.
Hey, ASAP, whoever was pulling the strings, get that back, dog. It seemed like it kind of got a little worse. You had a shortage on chicken wings, gas went up.
Hey, come on, bro. You heard us.
Right. This ain't it, my dog. Yeah, this ain't it, my boy.
Super Bowl party gonna be real show. Can't get no chicken wings at Super Bowl party. That's it. Rotel and pizza. That's it.
Everybody gonna be vegan.
No,
cauliflower wing.
That's when you're gonna go back to them short sausages and the barbecue sauce.
Yeah. A lot of that.
That's that baby shower classic right there, boy. Them little weenies with barbecue sauce.
What? Immediately.
Oh shoot, boy.
Let's see something. I'm gonna get this stuff down. Let's see. Hold on. Go ahead.
Go ahead. We got what?
So it's showing we got 3 people on here. I'm just still trying to get a glimpse of how it connects straight to YouTube, though. I know it's using the third party, so it may be delayed, but we work.
Add them in.
They would have to type. They would have to join. They would have to join the StreamYard. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Let me see something.
Y'all get a chance to check out that Meek Mill album?
Nah, not yet. But somebody told me that hoe was banging.
Yeah, it's straight. I like it. I might have to give another run through. I listened to it probably about 3 times. I might have to give another run through though.
I like Meek, but I don't fuck with him album wise.
Okay.
Because a lot of his songs sound the same, and then he just be yelling too much or whatever. But he be dropping some singles. He'll drop.
He toned down the yelling on this one, bro. He toned down the yelling on this one. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna have to check it out because somebody told me that it was banging. They was like, you need to give it a try because they was like, they really don't fuck with Meek like that either. But they was like, this one be banging.
Oh yeah, right now the album title is probably the best song on there, man.
Okay.
He got a song same as the album, there, man. That Spencer Payne, when he got to breaking it down, I was like, well, damn, yeah, you everybody can feel that. Ain't no lie, everybody can feel that Spencer Payne. Before I give it a rating out of 10, I'm gonna have to make it another run through. I ain't one of them cats run through the album one time. Oh man, this John a classic. No,
Yeah.
I'm old school. I gotta run it back a few times. You know, here's stuff that I missed or whatever. And you might hear me come back a couple of months later and say that Joker was slapping on something. You know, so just like with Kanye album, a lot of folks jumped out the gate. It was like, man, this album garbage. But I was like, y'all gonna come back in probably about 3 months and be like, you know what? That ain't a bad album.
No, it ain't bad at all.
So sometimes you gotta let an album grow. You just can't run through it and you know, give it a classic or trash.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
We call it the Doodad. We call it the Doodad.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. He's fancy. Yeah. Fancy. Yeah, we're trying to get this shit to go. I mean, it's 4 people on here. So y'all just stay tuned. We're gonna be doing this more often. Gotta get it set up. Yeah, gotta get it set up right.
Let us know if there's anything y'all would like us to touch on or talk about in the comments, and we could just pick it up and go from there. Again, we just trying this shit out, trying to see how it go, how it work. This our first time, all 3 of us on StreamYard. Y'all did StreamYard one time, right? Or y'all did?
We didn't go live though. We didn't
Oh,
go
y'all
live.
didn't go live. Okay.
We go live.
Yeah, so this our first time, so bear with us.
Actually, if anybody is actually watching it and they can see the StreamYard link, we just posted it, so I can bring you up if you come backstage. For people that are watching and ain't scared of the camera, you can come up here and talk with us. I can bring you on. I just posted the link.
Pop that shit.
Yeah. For anybody,
We growing.
Yeah. This is the first time we even do this shit. Yeah, it's just random. Ain't no pub in or nothing.
We definitely got a couple of subjects we might have to bring on here though. Get a couple of these get a few of these women in here to voice their opinions on a couple of things and bring some of these kings on here. They, you know, share their little knowledge because we definitely ain't saying we know it all, you know, and nothing like that. But we will try to give y'all the best content from our research that we possibly can.
Yeah.
Hey, did y'all hear about Dr. Umar talking about he want to give Mike Tyson that swole eye?
Nah, but did you see that the nigga got married to 2 women on IG Live?
Yeah, he said he had to get a vegan wife and one that cooks soul food.
That's what he really said?
Yeah.
This nigga cooning for real now. I don't even like that word, but that nigga cooning. That nigga cooning.
At some point he has to be stopped, dog. Like he has to be stopped, dog. Like he off the chain, dog.
Hey, bro. Sometimes you want to eat clean, and sometimes you want some ham hock and your collard greens, bro. What you want to say? What you want that man to say, right?
Man, listen, brother. Look here, buddy. Man,
nah,
on,
I personally want that man to stand 10 toes down. You can't have it one way. Talk about we need to educate. They got us doing this. They got us doing that. But you still want to eat chitlins.
Hey, man. I don't know what to tell you. He a wild boy. That's all I can tell you. He a wild boy.
Yeah. Like, I don't even. I thought he said that was actually fake.
Oh,
I mean, and look, I went on his Instagram page.
Yeah.
And I seen the picture, and he didn't say he didn't, and he didn't say he did, but I didn't hear him come back and say he didn't get married either. You would think, you know, he'd be the first one popping online saying that ain't true. But I don't know, bro. I ain't no telling.
Flake, how your exercising going?
Bruh, shit, let me tell you something. Woo, let me tell you something. I got off track. But next week I'm back popping again. I got off track, but next week I'm back popping.
Shit, we only in Tuesday. Why you waiting the next week?
Oh, because I got some stuff going on this week. Let's go from it.
So flake out on working out. Yeah.
Nah. I'll be back in there. It's just I gotta get back. Gotta get back right. I gotta get my mental back right. Cause either I'm gonna go I try and go early in the morning with my wife. So I gotta get my sleep pattern back right. Cause she be going at 5 o'clock in the morning. So I gotta get my sleep pattern back right. I like going after work, but I don't like going to work after work because it be crowded in there.
I'm at 3 years.
I'm gonna get my discipline together.
I'm at 3 years locked up. This is my second time though. The first time I went 7, and then I fucked them off, bleaching them myself and doing some stuff. Even though I still bleach them myself, but I'm at 3 years this journey.
Okay.
But Rose, you still be getting up 5 o'clock in the mornings to meet with Yance?
No, man. I actually, bro, I had to look at my financial statements and just realize that I had to take a few financial sacrifices. So I get up for myself and do it now. But shout out to Yancey though. He's still handling his business. So I ain't mad at him. But no, I couldn't do that right now. I'm gonna tap back in with him though, because we got some other stuff playing in the future once I get everything in line. But nah, man, I had to go on and move around a little bit for that.
You got a membership still at a gym, or you just doing it?
Yeah. I still got 24-hour fitness.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Look at Flake, got the love in here talking about come on Black Love with the working out.
You know
his wife working out. He ain't going. He just supporting her. Good job, baby. I have some breakfast for you when you get back.
I will say I ain't the best motivator. We'll get on that treadmill together, man. I do my mouth and I leave her ass. I'll be over there. Hey, I'm petty. I'm like, hey, when you get to some of these men, we'll come back and holler at your boy. You know what I'm saying? But
no, I end up having to do it myself though, bro. I ain't gonna say it's the easiest because you gotta have that self-discipline, but you gotta get ready for this full and this half.
For real, this full going whatever. And the half. I gotta register for both of them. You register for both, or you just for the BMW right now?
No, for right now it's just right now it's just the full. I gotta register for the
BMW.
Yeah.
How much that full was hitting for?
Man, it hit me for 130.
Okay, that's the same as the BMW had.
I think it's 130. I think it was 130. But
The Chevron's where?
Chevron's in Houston.
In Houston, okay.
BMW Yahweh. So
yeah.
I think that'll be it. Should be a cooler race either way. So it should be. I ain't gonna say easy because of the distance. But you know what I'm saying.
Like, how long you been married?
Big Brad, it's been 7 or 8 years.
Oh, damn, Flake. Don't say that live.
It is what it is, player. What you want me to tell you? It is what it is.
Help you, brother.
Yeah.
Help you.
So it's been 7. It's been 7, but we've been together off and on since 02, 01, 02. So we go way back.
Yeah.
Rose, drop your perspective again, just to refresh some people's memory on relationships, and then me and you gonna say if we agree or not.
Okay, so basically, what I had stated, I think that most of the times where people get into relationships, they're trying to either create a person or force them to be somebody that they're not. And where the biasness comes in is because they allow outside sources to dictate how their relationship goes. So that was my roundabout, very short but sweet answer. But in reality, I think a lot of people could be ready for relationships, but a lot of times they get so caught up in society's pressure to try to make it work with a particular person, and they don't necessarily see that it's fit. But, you know, girl, why haven't you married him? And bro, why you haven't married her? You know, everybody has an opinion, but everybody is not a relationship counselor or not even in a happy relationship themselves. So that was just my overall take on it: is trust in what you believe and in the person that you actually are going with, and to see if it would actually maturate to be that, and quit worrying about what other people would necessarily think. So that was my thoughts on it: is that to eliminate the biases and get past the stigma around Black love is to truthfully grow with the person and not try to control the person.
You want to go first, Flake, or you want me to just...
Was that the one I commented under?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I pretty much still stand on that. You can't get other people involved. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna take a little bit step further and go a little bit deeper, I guess. But like, for instance, in our relationship, my wife and I, of course, you got different people saying you should leave that man alone, or Flake White, y'all been together off and on. Why in the world you ain't engaged to her, this, that, and the other? Basically, you got to knock out that outside noise, and you got to bring that in relationship, because relationship just y'all too. When I go to bed at night, I'm laying next to that woman. I ain't laying next to cousin, nephew, mother, father, sister, brother. It's me and that one person. So we got any issues and stuff like that, to be honest with you, we kind of keep that in house, and we deal with that our own self. Because see, when you get to taking it out, if you ain't got it resolved in house, you take it outside the house, then that's when you let other problems and stuff like that creep in. I don't think anyone should let them dictate on who they should be with. It's love for everybody. It's somebody. I truly believe there's somebody out there for everybody. Now, whether you run that person off or not, that God might have blessed you with, because they might not have all the standards and everything that you're looking for, is a whole nother story. But I believe there's somebody out there for everybody. I don't believe you should let somebody dictate on who you should be with. Whoever make you happy, that's who you're going to be with. I ain't saying be no fool either. However, whoever make you happy, and y'all can work together as a team. Because at the end of the day, all that sex stuff you're gonna have to come to an end one day. And one day you're gonna be old, sitting on the couch and counting cars, and then you can be like, "Well, damn, this girl can't even hold a conversation. Lord have mercy. This dude here, man, he can't even hold no conversation. I've been married to you for 15 years and stuff like that." And I believe that's how some people end up divorced just out the blue. Now, we hear that all the time. Couple be happy for years, then all of a sudden out the blue, boom, they gone. I don't want to do this no more. So, I mean, it's kind of my opinion. I did leave some comments below under that video, so y'all can go back and check those out. But I just add no perspective, adding on to the comments that I put below the video.
And for me personally, I would agree with what Fleck and Rose are saying, but I'm gonna go a little bit before you get into all of that. I think a lot of people want companionship, but they're not ready for an actual relationship. So what I mean by that is people want to have somebody that they could cuddle with, chill with, talk to at times, have sex with or whatnot, but don't nobody want to compromise. Don't nobody want to make the changes that's beneficial to the relationship. Don't nobody want to grow. Don't nobody want to endure. And that's through the bullshit and the pain and the struggle, because there's always going to be bullshit, pain, and struggle. Everybody wants their relationship to come perfect, but that ain't life. Everybody wants to have somebody where they can basically do whatever the fuck they want to do, but then have their significant other fall in line with what they want them to fall in line with, but not reciprocate that in totality. So I would say, as I've always said in some of our episodes and everything, that you have to learn who you with. You have to get to know who you're dealing with before you decide whether you could be with them or not. Because again, as you stated, dating in 2021, but dating period is a motherfucker, like for real. And a lot of times we're so excited or giddy about a relationship, or, oh, I found me this sexy, thick woman, and I found this cute, smile, dark chocolate man or whatever, and he built and muscular, but you don't know the baggage, you don't know his traumas, you don't know his triggers, you don't know if he is going to be gentle and affectionate with you, and that's what you're longing and yearning for, you don't know if she's going to be understanding and then compassionate with you, and that's what you're yearning and longing for. So a lot of times we rush into things not knowing, or being honest, not willing to compromise with our significant other, and we want them to just fall in line with what we want them to fall in line with, and not also being able to endure with their traumas and their baggage, and we wasting time with each other. So that's how I feel about relationships. But I do feel like you do got to keep the outside noise out, because at the end of the day, that's between you and y'all. That's y'all business. So y'all decide what's going to go on with that. And the one time you let somebody whisper in your ear or whatever, it's going to put that doubt, that seed of doubt, and it's going to plant that there. And then you're going to be like, shit, but that's what it is.
Motherfucker, like you said, Spirit, people don't want to work. They don't be wanting to work. And people got to realize this too in relationship. And this is key also. People always say they want growth and change for themselves. But if you're in a relationship, just know you have growth and change in relationship. So if you marry somebody at 30, just know at 37, 38, that might not be the same person that you got married to at 30. That person at 38 ain't gonna be the same person at 46 also. So both people are gonna continue to grow. Both people are gonna continue to have changes. I ain't saying they bad changes, but certain tastes might change on how they used to, me and you used to turn up. They used to be my girl. We used to turn up every weekend, every other weekend at 27 years old. She used to be cool with all that, me coming home 3:30 in the morning. All right, dude, at 36, y'all got a couple kids. She ain't with you turned up and coming home 3:30, 4 o'clock in the morning no more. She can't go out every weekend and take shots of Casamigos with you and all that. Like, bro, like that, and people fall in that trap sometimes just because you got kids and you got older, they expect somebody to stay the same. No, it's time. It's certain section for certain things, and then after that, it's time to build and do other things and not be still kicking it out. And stuff like that, and people seem to miss that with, oh, they ain't the same no more. No, they just as a couple, y'all shouldn't be on the same path no more. Like if y'all used to go to Atlanta for y'all little vacation thing, 10 years later, y'all vacation thing shouldn't be Atlanta. Y'all should be trying to go somewhere else and build that way. It shouldn't be the I don't know. I hope I said that right. I don't know. If y'all got confused, my bad.
You did. The only way you should be going to Atlanta again after 10 years is for nostalgia and sentimental value. Like if this is where y'all first met and so 10-year anniversary or something, okay, take her back to Atlanta. Outside of that, y'all should be in Tulum. Y'all should be Turk and Caicos, wherever. Y'all should be doing it big 10 years later. But one thing I do want to add is also, if you want to be free, you don't want to be in a relationship, because you have to understand and realize that you are a reflection of your significant other. So if I do something crazy or show my ass or walk around naked or whatever at the end of the day, if I have a lady, my lady's going to be, people going to look at her crazy and be like, why the fuck she with him? Like, what the fuck going on over there? So if you want freedom, if you want to be able how to move how you want to move, do what you want to do at any time without any thought process or consideration of somebody else, stay single. Because a lot of times too, people want their freedom, but they still want that title, that exclusivity and everything, but they don't want to act like they're in a relationship when it comes to certain aspects of being in a relationship, unless it's the flip side and we're talking double standards and people don't want you to do something, but they still want to do some shit. So that's some other shit that you just got to be thoughtful of and mindful of.
Yeah, I completely agree. My other take on it as well, I was actually talking about this last night with my homegirls. I think that there's just a time and a season for actually dating, and I don't think people realize that. And a lot of times they're trying to force the hand of either God itself or actually trying to create something for you. But you wanting or yearning for it makes you miss out on the actual blessing or a lesson that could actually be trying to be taught to you. But it's just I want this at this particular point. And I've even felt like that myself. It's just like, not even from relationship status, but just trying to force the hand or something instead of letting it naturally come. So for me, it's like, I think you can experience people and you learn from them. That doesn't mean that you're always going to end up dating them. I think you experience it, you learn from them, and you grow in life. And I mean, y'all don't necessarily have to be, because this was the conversation last night, you don't necessarily have to be best friends with them afterwards. But if it was not any bad energy and it was all, loving and learning as it was an experience or within that time frame, I think people have to take more positive from that than allowing other people to like, wow, he used you for this or she used you for this. Because at the end of the day, if you know for a fact that person actually build you up to a different level, mentally, if he helped you, physically or vice versa, I think people should be more appreciative of that instead of it just always being an end goal of I have to spend the rest of my life with this person. Because I kind of look at it like even with friendships, like some of the people that you was like super, super cool with, you're not cool with, but that don't mean you take that on to other people that you may end up spending the rest of your life with and actually building bonds and creating businesses, making trips, and this life evolves, but it doesn't always have to be a negative. I think a lot of people take an end to where it's a negative part or it has a negative connotation, but in reality, that could have been the most peaceful part of your life, but you're just allowing other people, other things just to say, this is a terrible experience because it didn't end the way I wanted it to. But what if that was ultimately the goal and you learned a lot from it in a safe space?
No, you talking that talking, and the key thing that you hit on is patience. Yeah. And I just think a lot of times people aren't patient with themselves and aren't patient with their significant others, but more so themselves, because a lot of times people just rushing into something because they want it, but as you stated, it's not their season or their time to be in a relationship. So you have to be patient with yourself, but also if you are in a relationship, you have to be patient with your significant other, because at the end of the day, you ain't changing overnight. You ain't making the changes and the strides that you need to personally within yourself overnight. So how can you expect that from your significant other? So you do have to be patient. And that's something that we all lose track of at times in our relationships.
Absolutely. But we've been on here. Yeah. I'm gonna send it to y'all. I'll probably just leave it on there and might unlist it just to send it to y'all and see what's going on with it. And then we'll see how we can set it up moving forward. We might, when we get back on schedule, recording on Monday, do this on a Tuesday or Wednesday or sometime during the week and kind of put it out there so people can tap in and know what the conversation will be about. But we got a cool little test trial because I definitely see we got up to like 5 or 6 people in here watching. But I think with it being third party, I got to find out how you can actually get StreamYard onto your YouTube to where it's all 3 on there. Or would you all have to do so? Or we have to do something different to connect. But I might play with it a little bit later and see what's going on. But
yeah.
So,
well, shit. I mean,
we cool. We ain't got to do no official end of nothing. It's just for the people that tapped in, I appreciate y'all tapping in and working with us. It probably look a little janky right now, but just know it'll be more coming, and it'll be real and raw like this. Just kind of getting in here, shooting the shit, getting off the week or starting off the week, however we decide to do it, or just the end of the week or midweek conversation or so. But appreciate the people that did tap in. But that's all I got.
Yeah, we appreciate y'all for tapping in and spending part of your night with us and just allowing us just to be us and not really have anything specific to talk about, and just for us to be us in our natural state and not have to worry about anything, do any research topics or whatever, and just allowing us to be us, but then also indulging with us and actually giving us conversation, things to talk about and stuff like that, because that's what it's all about. We're trying to make a connection with our people and also allow people the opportunity to get their voice heard, but then also to hear our voices from 3 Black men of different ages and different communities, just, speak our life experiences and what we've been going through and dealing with as Black men in America.
Hey, and as always, all our kings out there, put your crown on, toot that thing to the side. Let them know you are a king. For all our queens out there, put your crown on, toot that thing to the side. Let them know you are a queen. We're not 3/5 of anything, but 100% supremely Black. And we out.